Hello everyone.
Hey everyone.
And welcome to the first session on this Thursday of Wakelet Community Week. We're 4 days in. We've got kind of today and tomorrow left, and it's going to be great. And we've got an amazing session that we're going to bring to you in the next hour here. Before we get started, say with every other session, anything that you find inspirational, any ideas that you take away, any knowledge that you want to share and pass on with others, please do. There's a lot to find out in this session. Use the hashtag Wakelet Community Week and make sure you at Wakelet in everything, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We want to see all the ideas that you've got. And don't forget, the certificate for this session is in the description down below to fill it out anytime. But we've loved all the stuff you've been sharing on Twitter, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been amazing to see all of your favorite moments throughout the week, and there's lots more to come. So if there's a screenshot, a selfie, anything that you love from this session, please share it out. We love to see it.
Yeah, we absolutely do. And like I said, from this session alone, you'll have so much inspiration, so many ideas to take away into your own schools and your own communities, because this session is all about community. It's called It Takes a Village. It's all about the importance of building communities, and we mean that anywhere, whether it's as small as in your own library or in your school or in your classroom, all the way up to a community that you can build with your PLN in your state, your region, or even your country. And the reason we put this on is the same reason why we put Wakelet Community Week on, because we want to do everything for you, whether it's this week, whether it's the competitions we do, the features we bring out on the platform. Everything we do is for this community, and we see it across all of our community members. You all believe in sharing is caring, and that's what we absolutely love. And community is important to you, and it is important to us. So as the community team, me and Amy thought it'd be a good chance to talk to a few of our ambassadors who've started their own communities this year, which has been super amazing for us to see.
Yeah, this session will really kind of sum up the why we've done a community week, because obviously being on the part of the community team, we absolutely love the community, and we've also been inspired by seeing so many communities be built from that. And really over the last year, we've kind of seen how important they are for ourselves and for those around you as well, in the time where we couldn't actually be together. I, for one, loved being able to jump on Twitter or a Facebook group or anything like that and being able to connect that way as well. So throughout the last year, it's been super tough, and we've needed the support of our community. So this is really just to celebrate that and inspire you guys as well to, if you're not already, well, you're part of the Wakelet community, you're already part of that, but just to enjoy and get some inspo for that as well.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Obviously, we have the Wakelet community here, and the whole team at Wakelet and the community itself are there for you. But also, we've seen a few challenges this year with Wakelet being more and more global and people from around the world using Wakelet. We've done our very best to support every educator and student across the world, but sometimes there are some blockers, for example, language. So we've seen some amazing people from the countries that we'll share in a second who have been creating their own micro communities, who are supporting their educators where we may not be able to ourselves. So we've seen communities pop up, Wakelet communities pop up in countries like Spain, Latin America, Poland, Croatia, Malaysia, the Philippines, India, New Zealand, Australia, Italy, literally all across the world, and even in small towns and villages too. But yeah, today we wanted to share from, we couldn't have everyone on, we wanted to pick some of our favorite communities and our community leaders here. So we've got some representatives from Wakelet Poland, Wakelet Croatia, Wakelet Philippines, and Wakelet Malaysia.
Yeah, and super excited to bring them on and have them tell you about the importance of the community and what they've done as well. And we've been absolutely blown away by, you know, how they've orchestrated, ran, supported their community as well. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. So first, we're going to bring on our representatives of the Polish community, Wakelet Polska, Agnieszka, Dorota, and Monica. Would you like to introduce yourself? Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
So welcome to this meeting. I will introduce myself. My name is Dorota Walczuk. I'm from Poland. I'm a teacher of English. I work in a school in Warsaw, primary school. Hello, SP 114 numer. Z oddziałami integracyjnymi w Warszawie. I'm also eTwinning ambassador and Microsoft Innovative Educator expert. That's all about me.
Okay. Agnieszka, maybe you
very
can.
fast. Okay, so I can talk. Now, my name is Agnieszka Halicka, and I'm Wakelet and a Genially ambassador. It's very important to me to be ambassador of both these brands because I do a lot of app smashing and I take care of both communities. I'm also a Twinning ambassador, and that's also what's very important to me, international collaboration with other teachers from other countries. And I work in a school library, and books are my passion. So greetings to Szkoła Podstawowa Integracyjna numer 5 w Konstancinie Jeziornie. That was my school. Thanks, Monika.
Okay. Hi, my name is Monica, and this is what I share with Agnieszka and Dorota are that we are all teachers, even though Agnieszka doesn't teach English like me and Dorota, but she's also a great teacher. We are also all Wakelet ambassadors, and we love the community and the platform. And we are also eTwinning ambassadors, so we believe that Wakelet works well with projects and international cooperation and collaboration. And we are all excited to be here and to share this space with you, James and Amy, and other fellow ambassadors from other countries.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Agnieszka, Dorota, and Monica. And a little personal note as well, the Wakelet team absolutely adore you three and everything you've done for Wakelet Polska. From literally everything, from hosting events, hosting your own webinars, going to events, representing Wakelet, even translating the Wakelet site into Polish as well. You've done some amazing things. That's just a few of the list. So just from everyone and the team here, thank you for joining us today, and we appreciate everything you do.
Yeah,
Thanks.
we can't wait to speak to you all a little bit more. But yes, I'd love to also introduce Michael from the Philippines community as well. Michael, please let everyone know who you are.
Hello, everyone. Hello, James and Amy. It's nice to see you again virtually. And of course, I would like to say first a big congratulations to the whole team. You did great, and we're so inspired and motivated in all sessions that we had for this week. And thank you for having us here. And hello to my co-ambassadors and fellow panelists. Hello, Agnieszka, Dorota, Monica, Anita, Ivana, and of course to my new friends from Malaysia. Hello, Steve. And mabuhay. Hello to everyone. I'm Michael Morelia, a social studies public school teacher in the Green City of Pasig. I'm teaching social studies, especially in contemporary issues. I'm the faculty club president to my school, Pinagbuhatan in Pasig City. And of course, aside from being a Wakelet ambassador, I'm also a Microsoft Education ambassador, a Minecraft Global Mentor, an MIE expert and a fellow, in a Flipgrid ambassadors, and all the EdTech specialists. And of course, I would like to shout out to all educators around the world who are tuning in live right now, and we are pleased to have you. And to the Team Reflay, thank you for catching up despite of your busy schedules and commitment. You are here joining us. And to all Filipino educators and friends cheering up right now, mabuhay po kayong lahat.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Michael. And again, Michael, the crazy things that you and the Filipino educators have done this year have been amazing for us to see it here at the Wakelet team. We see Filipino educators staying up for our webinars like 2, 3 a.m. And it just shows the commitment and enthusiasm you have towards not only kind of tech and education, but also growing personally and professionally too. But Michael, we appreciate you joining us today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. And again, look forward to speaking more. But speaking of staying up, we would love to introduce Steve as well from the Malaysian community representation there. And we've been blown away seeing a lot of the Malaysian community joining in at all hours as well. So we love to see that. But yeah, please, Steve, introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you. A very good day to James and also Amy and also the Wakelet team in UK. I'm so glad to be able to share the stage with a community from Poland, Monica, Dorota, Agnieszka, and also community from the Philippines, my brother Michael, and a shout out to everyone who joined us today, and also especially to Malaysian educator. Thank you, terima kasih. Apa khabar kepada semua rakan-rakan guru daripada Malaysia? In Malay. That's mean how are you to all Malaysian educators? And I'm very excited today to do sharing with all of you. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining us again. Malaysia has been one of the most standout communities this year, and I believe,
it's coming up to an anniversary, isn't it? Which is incredible to see.
Yeah, it's almost been a full year of the Malaysia community, and Malaysia. It's been amazing to see the things you've done, Steve, with all the ambassadors in Malaysia. I remember Malaysia Community Week, which I believe you were in the T-shirt of as well last year. You've done some incredible things. There it is. So thank you so much for joining us, Steve. And I don't know if you guys can see the comments, but there are people joining, obviously from Poland, from Croatia, from the Philippines, and Malaysia, all shouting you out, but also from all over the world as well. So it's a great chance for everyone from Egypt, Morocco, Italy, France, Germany in there, Macedonia. It's a great chance for you to hear from these amazing educators, these amazing ambassadors on how they foster community in their countries. So yeah, I can't wait for this session, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. And thank you all so much for joining us. I know that we're inspired by you, and I know that our community is going to be inspired as well. And there's so much support for these communities out there as well. So yeah, I'd love to kick off just by kind of speaking around and just getting all of your thoughts on sort of how you set up your communities and things like that. So firstly, I mean, what inspired you to create your community, Dorota? You know, what actually started the inspiration there?
Emmy, can I share my screen?
Of course you can, yeah.
Okay, wait a second. Can you see now my picture?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, I managed. Okay, so what inspired me? Because I would like to talk about community, and this is a quite difficult question. What inspired me? I would like to go back in time a little bit, because this is my collection of myself and my story with Wakelet. Can I present it a little bit? Okay, so this is my Wakelet story. And in March, exactly 2020, when COVID pandemic started, I felt like this girl. And I didn't know what to do. And I was searching for methods, solutions, ICT tools to make teaching and learning easier. I wanted, to be a good teacher and do as good as possible. And try different things. So I searched on the internet something, and I found Wakelet. That was my reaction. I said, wow, this is exactly what I was searching for, because earlier I was using other ICT tools and I was thinking, okay, it's fine. But when I found Wakelet and I saw first webinar in my life on the 22nd of April 2020, I was like this girl. I was watching Wakelet webinar with my expression on my face like this girl. And then I saw Misbah and you guys, the family, the team of Wakelet, and I was thinking, why? I like this community. I want to be part of this community. And then I fell in love with collections, creating collections in Wakelet. It was like 1 second and another and so on. And I was thinking, I want to watch more, and I watched more webinars. I watched more information read on the internet about Wakelet. I read other people Wakelet, like this cat, and then more, and then I joined the community Wakelet. I was really excited. It was 1 year ago. I took part in many webinars. I got the certificates and so on. I became Wakelet member. And I created my first e-twinning happy birthday collection that I was really proud of, because I did it with other teachers from Greece, Spain, Italy, and Latvia. And then was another idea. Let's do this another collection, because it's such a perfect platform for collecting kids' work and for collaboration. And I was thinking, okay, I can use it at school, and I was using it at school, and I was using to gather my ICT English other tools that I was using, because of course I know lots of ICT tools, but they are not so good at Wakelet, because this platform helped me a lot to have everything in one space. Yes, one place, and then one day this bulb appeared above my head, and I was thinking, wow, why there is nothing about Wakelet Polish websites, and I was thinking I have to create Wakelet Polska on Facebook. And then on 24th of May, I created Wakelet Polska group on Facebook. And what was your question? What inspired me? Okay, now I'm coming to answer the question. So inspired me that there was nothing about Wakelet in Polish, and I wanted to help other teachers. That's why I wanted to start a group that is Wakelet Polska. I will try to explain what is Wakelet about, and then of course I became a Wakelet ambassador, and then I met wonderful girls, Agnieszka and Monika, and we had one passion, Wakelet. And then together we decided that we want to show the world about Wakelet. And of course, we had some meetings with Misba, and we talked about let's make some webinars, let's present Wakelet to Polish teachers. And then was the idea, let's create the platform, translate the platform into Polish, because it will be much easier for Polish people to use it. And then that happened that the idea, it's very difficult what inspired me. I think the main reason was I wanted to help other teachers in Poland, because I was like very excited, and I was thinking, wow, I really love this platform. I would like to show it to other people. Let's show the world in Poland, yes, how it works, how wonderful this platform is. That is, and the wide range of possibilities, yes, well, how you can use Wakelet in education, yes, that we can use it in different ways. And I was thinking, that's really perfect, but I would like to have a community, belong to the community, not only Wakelet, but also Wakelet Polska. And after this, I think we started to do this webinars, go on, and I think I should stop now, because I would like to talk about Wakelet and the community more, but I know that Agnieszka and Monika have got also things to say about this. So that's all for me.
Wow, great story, Dorota. And I don't know, Monika. Now is I think other countries' turn.
Can I stop sharing my screen now?
Absolutely love that. Yes, yeah, we've taken that off for you, but that was brilliant.
But you are, guys, the inspiration, because I saw your community and I saw the passion from you and this everything.
You mean Genially community? Yeah, because I think we founded it 2 months earlier than Wakelet community, and I thought, wow, we should have a Wakelet community on Facebook. So it's a nice idea. And when I became Wakelet ambassador together with Dorota, it was the same wave. And I thought, okay, so maybe it's good to set up a community for Wakelet users. And I searched Facebook. Wow, it is there, a Facebook group. Dorota founded it 1 day earlier, or that, you know, it was a great coincidence, and I had to talk to her. I had to get to know her, and
great minds think alike.
Yeah, I love that. Yes, and it's so wonderful that you met each other as well through that. I think that's just wonderful that you've actually been able to sort of collaborate and work together on that as well. Love that.
We think the same or similar, at least.
Yeah. And Dorota, a little bit like James was saying, like we can obviously offer support in so many ways, but with different languages and resources in different languages. We've got a global community, and communities like yours support those with webinars in languages that we can't do. So really love that you highlighted that, and that was kind of your why for setting that up. And from that, now you've got new friends and a support system as well. So thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you. Because of you, we have more friends.
Love that.
In Poland and in other countries.
Yes,
and
of course.
Now our community is growing bigger and bigger. We have also almost 6,000 people on Wakelet Polska group. And there are 25 ambassadors in our group. So
Incredible.
That's amazing.
Impressive.
Very impressive, yeah.
Well, I'd love to introduce our Croatian representatives and bring them up and ask them the same. So Ivana, Anita, thank you so much for joining us. Hello. Please
Hello.
let everyone know who you are.
So,
Hi, everyone.
Anita, go first.
No, do you want to go ahead, Ivana, with
No,
this? Is the
no.
first
Yes, let
question.
everyone know who you are.
Okay, well, just to apologize, we kind of received the wrong link. So Ivana and I were stuck in some backstage somewhere for 10 minutes wondering why we were being ignored. But
No.
so we're here now.
Made it.
Thank you for having us. My name is Anita. I teach mathematics in the beautiful coastal city of Zadar in Croatia, and I teach in a lower primary school.
Hello from me too. I'm Ivana Francic. I am a primary school teacher from Osijek, Croatia, and I love Wakelet, obviously.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. And just to start, similar to how we asked before, but what actually inspired you to start the Wakelet Croatia community?
How I already say, I love Wakelet, and in Croatia, the teachers and our little community is really in love in with Wakelet, and we just want to support each other, help each other, get all the resources at one place. And our dear colleague Lydia Cvetko, she introduced us with Wakelet, and she found a Facebook group, and after that we sort of connect with each other, and from then we started to work together and hold webinars on weekly, and this is how we contribute to our community to grow bigger and help each other. Yeah.
No, I'd agree. I think Ivana said it really well. Our community kind of started off as a small seed of an idea in the mind of Lydia, and the four of us connected, each from different backgrounds, each from different cities or teaching different subjects, and we just kind of grew exponentially. But with Wakelet, during online teaching last year, it was the solution for all of us, and that's just how we started. We saw that there was a need to kind of combine all our resources onto one place and be a support system for each other and for every teacher out there in our community.
Yeah, and we in Croatia love when we do something, we do with all our heart. So because of that, our community is growing, and not even just our Croatian community. Our neighbor countries also speak this similar language like we are, and we invite them also in our Croatian community to contribute and to learn and to grow with us. Yeah, and that is great to see that all other countries are also in our community and want to share their resources with us, and we also do that with them.
I absolutely love that as well, because just like Polish ambassador was saying there, it starts off with maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 of you who can connect, and it just snowballs into something absolutely amazing. Whether it's in like a region, then to your country, and like you're saying now, even with neighbouring countries. You can bring anyone in from a school all the way up to an entire country, and of course globally now as a community too.
It is great.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, you go.
Okay. No, it is great to see that we all have support from each other, and that we all want to share, want to learn, want to find the solutions to some problems, and connect with each other. And in the pandemic situation, when we were at the lockdown, it was great to see that you have similar thoughts with someone else, and that is really great.
I love what you're saying, that you know, you're all from different backgrounds, and that's what I really love about the Wakelet community, and just the idea of like communities in general, because you know, you found that common theme, Wakelet, which we love, and then you were able to then meet people that you wouldn't have met otherwise, and you wouldn't have connected with otherwise. So I think that's really powerful when you are setting up these communities as well. But yeah, thank you so much. But I'm going to throw this question over to Steve as well, from Malaysia, the Malaysia community. Steve, what inspired you to create Wakelet Malaysia?
Hi, can you put my screen to the frame?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think I haven't did a proper introduction just now. So my name is Steve Yu. Call me Steve. I am a secondary school teacher. I teach science, computer, mathematics, and also recently I teach English. Okay, so please bear with me because I have quite a long story to tell, but I try to go through very fast. So where do I start? So looking back 2 years ago, towards the end of 2019, I have this, I think, a calling for me to start a teacher learning community. So I started a teacher learning community on December 14, 2019, that I named as Cikgu Get Certified. Cikgus mean that teacher get certified. So in this community, it's not Lone Ranger. It's not, I didn't run this all on my own. I have another 7 passionate educators. Together we run this community, whereas we try to reach out to educators, spread the word to educators in Malaysia about the various certification and professional development program from local and international education brands that educators can join to empower themselves. And Wakelet, if you can see from the screen, Wakelet is one of the education brands that we have privileged to introduce to our community members on Telegram. So we run this community on Telegram by the name Cikgu Get Certified. Then early January 19, 2020, I have the first taste of Wakelet and also Flipgrid. So some of you may have known Dr. Michael Harvey and also Mr. Fazli Ishak. Both of them are a Wakelet ambassador. So I get to learn and explore what is Wakelet. And from there, I can see that Wakelet is really a great platform. Okay, it is a free platform, but it offers many features that we can use in our teaching and learning. So terima kasih, or thank you to Mr. Fazli Ishak, and also what do we say in New Zealand? Ngamihi Dr. Hawe, that's mean thank you in Maori. So in early January 2020, when I get to know Wakelet, so I joined the community, Wakelet community, as community members. Then I apply as a Wakelet ambassador, and I was officially become a Wakelet ambassador in March 2020. And then we from time to time I promote to the educator in our Telegram group and our community in Telegram about Wakelet. And then in early June last year, Wakelet held this community week, the first ever community week that get us all very excited. We are so excited. So we start to share I asked the educators, fellow educators, to start creating their account, get their account ready, and we start sharing our profile and collection in Telegram. And during the community week, we stay up late. Yes, as Jane and Amy said just now, we stay up late until until 4-5 o'clock in the morning, because we have a group of educators who stay up late. When we are together, we are motivated to join this community week till the end. And then it somehow gave us inspiration to do our own community week. So I remember Ms. Ba told me that the Malaysian version of Wakelet Week is should be second edition of Wakelet Community Week, and the current ongoing Community Week supposed to be number 3. But I think okay. So from 15 to 19 June, we ran our own Community Week, and we organized 6 sessions. And for our last session, we have a special session with Wakelet team. We managed to invite James and also Ms. Ba. So we are lucky because they are willing to be at our Community Week Malaysian version. And before that, we don't have our own official committee, Wakelet community on Facebook. No, we don't have that. But and it did not come across our mind that someday that we will have our own community on Facebook. And we created digital sticker for our educator. We created 6 stickers for them for a total of 6 sessions. And also we have one of our Wakelet ambassador to design this T-shirt, a special edition T-shirt for our Malaysian educators. So we try to bring a sense of belonging to our educators, so that we can be closer to them. We can connect more to our Malaysian educators. And throughout the whole community week, we managed to attract more than 4,000 or 4,101 participants to join us. So we are so excited. The educators are also excited. And June last year, we have all these ambassadors. So we work together to bring the community week alive. So here we can see that we ambassadors are working together. So this the number of ambassadors in Malaysia last year, June, and perhaps you want to, the next slide, I will show you the current. So here are the total. I'm not there to say that this is the exact number that we have. Most probably we have more than all this. We have a total of, I managed to track around 28 ambassadors from Malaysia, and allow me to shout out to each of them. Okay, I will go very quickly. We have our first ambassador, Mr. Muhammad Azrul. We have Mr. Arif Zakwan. We have Mr. Alif Osman. We have Mr. Fazli Ishaq. We have our Dr. Michael Hawe. And we have our Miss Sumiko, Mr. Goh Kok Meng, a frequent guest blogger on Wakelet. We have Nadia, Miss Nadia. We have Mr. Hafiz. We have Mr. Abdul Jalil. That's me. Okay. And then we have Mr. Ruben. We have Mr. Adnin. Yes, Mr. Adnin is the designer who designed our sticker and also T-shirt. We have Mr. Chan. We have Madam Ashikin. We have Miss Pang. Both of them are Miss Pat. We have Mr. Faisal. We have Madam Umaima. We have Mr. Azrin. We have Mr. Rizwan. We have Mr. Kwa. We have Mr. Kong. We have Mr. Mohana. We have Madam Salehatun. We have Madam Nolela. We have Miss Cheryl Ng, and also we have Mr. Fauzi Ismail. So 28 of us. And towards the end of June last year, Ms. Ba approached us, ambassador, to why don't we start a community on Facebook? And we say yes. So Wakelet Malaysia officially opened on Facebook to Malaysian educator on 30 June 2020. And in October, we managed to launch our space, Community Wakelet Malaysia space, on the 3rd of October. you can guess it. This banner was designed from scratch by Mr. Anin also. And we have our own space, okay, from this link. And yeah, how we engage the educators? We have a series of webinar in 2020. We have 4 of them, and then this year we have managed to we have conducted 5 so far, 5 webinars for every month, and we have also our own Twitter chat since 2020. Mr. Go moderate all this session, and the ambassador are invited to share to do their sharing. And in April, two months ago, Wakelet, they collaborate with Microsoft Malaysia. So 5 of us ambassador got to share our knowledge about Wakelet and also best practices. Okay, I think that's all from my slide. So I'm very excited to share all this to James and Amy and the community from all over the world.
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. That was so nice to see. And I think the main thing we took from that, the catalyst, was you on your own Wakelet journey, and then it was that event, the Wakelet Community Week, you got inspired, and then you created your own Community Week with teaming up with all the ambassadors, and then from there, you never look back. It's now a budding community in Malaysia. And please do check out the chat, Steve, because a lot of people are saying they discovered Wakelet because of you and because of the event. So thank you so much for sharing all of that, and a huge shout out to all the ambassadors there in Malaysia as well. I'd like to bring on Michael, who has been helping a lot with the Philippines and supporting it for a while now. My good friend, my bro, we've done many webinars together. Please, Michael, please tell us what inspired you to set up and help with Wakelet Philippines.
Okay, so thank you very much, James and Amy. So let me share my story, very quick story. So it's been a year since we established the Wakelet community in the Philippines. With the help, of course, and guidance of James and Misbah, ambassadors in the Philippines committed themselves to build a community that would support teachers who passionately using the tools in teaching and learning. So during the heights of pandemic last year, all schools in the Philippines are closed, but the Department of Education continuously give a lot of trainings for teachers for us to prepare and adapt to the new normal of education. So these paradigm shifts gave us a motivations to give free trainings on Office 365 and other partner applications of Microsoft, such as Wakelet, Flipgrid, Adobe, Kahoot, in different schools, divisions, and regions nationwide. And Microsoft Philippines partnered with the Department of Education through the Deaf and EdTech units to formally introduce Wakelet into a national level webinar. This is in celebrations of the World Teachers Month in September of 2020. In these inceptions, we received positive feedbacks and comments about Wakelet, and from then on, our teams, the Maya Benchers and friends, included Wakelet in our trainings and events. Going back to the questions, what inspired us to create the Wakelet community in the Philippines? So I have 4 reasons. So first, we are truly amazed to the capacity and potentials of Wakelet. It's free, safe, secure, and easy to use, and basically it's empowering tool. Second, it's has a very supportive leaders like James, Misbah, Calum, Tejan. Of course, we have Jamie and of course Amy. And you have so much engaging activities. You have regular webinar sessions and challenges that gives and support educators, and you have an active in social media, and you know Filipinos are love social medias. And third is that the arising of demands of teachers to sustain the programs and trainings that we conducted, there's need to provide a space where trainees and educators can collaborate, share best ideas, and have technical support to adapt and survive in this challenging new normal. And fourth, I think, which is very inspiring for me, is that to create and continue the community is the passions and dedications of leaders and the ambassadors here in the Philippines. Their commitment and help to support educators without anything in return is priceless. Giving their precious time, talents, and even resources is really amazing. And now we continuously grow little by little, and we owe it to every Filipinos and educators who will leave us and staying with us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Michael. That was so nice to hear. And I think all of what you said there will inspire other people as well, because everyone has been in the same situation with wanting to join webinars and trainings. And I believe with the Philippines, just packaging all that together and having a group, a central location to support each other.
Yeah, and having a group of like-minded individuals who share that passion as well, and who want to support each other and want to go through training and put on webinars and things like that, it only makes it grow more and you bring more people on board. So yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And so we've heard from each country there on kind of what inspired you to create your communities in your countries. I believe the chat are very inspired. They've put a lot of comments there. Say, for example, if someone is inspired in the chat and they want to go ahead and set up a community, whether it's in their school, in their library, in their classroom, or in their region, state, or country, what are your top tips that you would give to someone that's thinking of starting out? And we'll start with Anita from Croatia. Anita, what tips would you give to anyone that's thinking, I want to start a Wakelet community in my country?
Okay, I just wanted to say that a community is much more than just a group of people who have a common interest. It's a place where you feel you belong. So my 4 tips for creating a successful community are to find a core group of people to support you. This is the foundation of any group. And in Croatia, it's the 4 of us, Lydia, Ivana, Antonia, and myself. We each have our roles and responsibilities, but we each complement and help each other. The second tip would be to be open to new ideas, be welcoming, be bold, be ambitious, and basically be a teacher and a Wakelet ambassador. So our aim was to create an experience for each community member and to earn their trust. We wanted to form a virtual hub in which anyone can participate and everyone who wants to learn and contribute is welcome. The third tip would be to fuel participation by motivating members, by arranging Wakelet webinars, which is what we have been doing for over 7 months now. We regularly update our Facebook page, our Twitter feed, and this ensures that each and every member feels that they are heard and that they are up to date with all the changes and all the goings on in Wakelet. And the fourth tip would be to advocate a sense of reward. Now, I don't mean necessarily material reward, even though we all do love Wakelet swag. But when I talk about reward, I'm talking about a feeling, a sense of personal achievement, self-confidence, achievement through learning and progressing, but also empowering each and every single member of our community by asking them to continuously contribute to be a voice of change, because we do listen to all the feedback that we receive and we value all their opinions. So those would be my 4 tips for creating a successful community.
I absolutely love that,
Yeah.
Anita. That was absolutely so nice to hear.
Was it short enough and succinct?
That was short and sweet. That was beautiful. I hope everyone's got a notepad at home, noting them 4 things down. But the thing that you said at the start there, a community is a sense of belonging, and that doesn't just happen overnight, right? That's weeks and months, hard effort, allowing people to come in, and like you said, building that trust and giving back to them as well, whether it's feedback or rewards. You've ticked all the boxes there in building a successful community. So thank you so much for sharing those.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And Agnieszka, the same question to you. Do you have any tips from what you've learned creating the Wakelet Pulse group? Any tips for anyone that's thinking of creating a community themselves?
Yes, of course, but I have to share my screen with you. So Amy, if you could help me, I have a few tips for you. Let's wait for, can you see my, oh yeah, yes, I hope you can see my screen, and later you will get this Wakelet presentation, so you can carefully look at those materials and learn from us. So first thing, this was my story with Wakelet community. So it started with Genially community, because it was a first community. I was, one of founders together with Justyna and Magdalena, and I had some experience. And even before becoming a Wakelet ambassador, I love to share, things about Wakelet. I love to record tutorials and put it on YouTube. So my community watched it, and it was the tutorials were very popular especially during remote learning time during pandemic. And I recorded tutorial about Genially and Wakelet, how they work together wonderfully, what a wonderful couple they are. Wonderful couple. And it was after that I became a member of a Wakelet community and a Wakelet ambassador. So and when a group Wakelet Polska group was there, and it was the first name of the group, I went to my Genially Facebook group and said, hey, Wakelet, that it's a great couple. Hey, come and join us, join another community, because as both communities together with our goals, with our view of life, with our engagement, we can grow stronger. So we cooperate, and both communities work together a lot. So I think it's great to talk to other communities and to learn from their experiences and to work together. Cooperation between communities is very important. And what's important, it's up smashing, because I'm a big fan of up smashing. I love Kathy, I love Seth, and I'm also a big advocate of up smashing. So yes, let's do this, and I encourage you to do the same. My second tip is to it's great to find a place for your group, or give it a structure, so people from your country can find you and other members of the group. And at the moment, I want to tell you about a dog and cat theory. Because some people are called dog people, so you can be a dog person or a cat person, in real life. Some people prefer dogs, some people prefer cats, and some people have behave, they have some kind of behavior that is typical for a cat or a dog. And I think that we can use it to social media, because when I talk to educators in Poland, in the USA, in Germany, in England, in various countries, I found out that in social media we have Facebook person and a Twitter person. We in Poland are Facebook people. So Polish teachers don't use Twitter a lot. So we tend to to work on Facebook. And what is great on Facebook is that we have an possibility to have groups, to set up groups, and we get tools, that help us to, bring us together. So we are a group. Cats are individuals. Yeah, so it's more, like the Twitter is more individual centered, and Facebook, thanks to groups, it's a great tool, to create your community, to find a place for your community. So you are welcome to our Facebook group. Yeah, I have both too, but I love Facebook. I think I love Facebook more because when I go to the group, I will show you the group because it's about communities. This is our community. We can easily find all posts. It stays here. We feel that we belong. It's not like hashtag Wakelet. It's not like that we follow something. We belong. We are a part of this group. We are here and we can say, I'm a part of this group and I know people that are here. Sorry, too long.
No, not at all. But no, I was loving what you're saying about sort of drawing that comparison between either being a cat person or a dog person, and it's the same with Twitter or Facebook. You do have those that are on one or the other, but it's super important to have that platform where you can connect, share your resources, chat, organize those together. So yeah, I really love that you highlighted that. I am personally a dog person.
Really?
I think there's a mixed bag in the comments there as well.
Oh, great. But, I know that I talk too much, but I like to say that what's most important to me, you can watch this presentation later because it's a lot of tips there. What's important is to listen to your community, is to listen and to change, listen what people want, what kind of help from you they want, like Wakelet, because Wakelet changes for us. So we change for our group members, and we have also another Facebook group just for Wakelet ambassadors in Poland. So we can, create something together and give it to the group members, but we listen to everybody. So I think it's important. Hey, one last thing, we created a webinar for students, just for group members. And we had over 1,300 students live.
Wow,
that's a great idea.
That's awesome.
So we hear and we do.
Yeah. No, we can back that up 100%, Agnieszka. We at Wakelet learned that very early on, that community is all about listening more than you're taking, really. Listening and giving back. And I love the tip there about structure, being or starting up a group or a place where people already are, so they're familiar with it, and like you said, have a sense of belonging as well. So Agnieszka, great tips there. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks.
No worries. Michael, do you have any tips that you'd like to share with people watching on how they can get started with their own communities?
Of course. Creating a community is not an easy task. It takes a lot of your time and effort, and you have to be brave and prepared mentally and morally ready. So we are just starting our community in the Philippines. So my tips are based on our experiences and challenges that we have been through. So first is know your core. Assess yourself. Why are you doing this? What are your objectives? It must be clear to the team that the core and foundations of your community. It must be clear to everyone that the goals and aspirations of the community. Second is you have to organize your team. Look for a teammate who are passionately as you are. A leader who are share same ideas and same wavelength with you. Look for an expert that's easy to work with and crazy as you are. And of course, choose the right person and be the right person. And of course, you are lucky if you can find a person who are a service leader. Third is create a sustainable program. Think of a program that is simple, relevant, and meaningful, not only to you, but of course to the whole community. Recognize wins and empathic to the everyone's losses. And of course, the community is all about the members. Programs should not be self-serving, but for the benefits of all. And last is, of course, look for relevant partners. Our community cannot stand on its own. We need partner community and institutions to help us grow, build our networks. What's good thing about Wakelet is that the capacity to integrate with any other applications and programs. So it would be easy for us to look for relevant partners. Though it's inspiring to hear those tips and best practices, it is useful to be aware of the common stumbling blocks and challenges. Keeping an eye for the red flags can help your team identify problems earlier and work quickly and correct your trajectory. Be visible to the community and platforms and always updates the members. I think that is the best tips that I can give to our educators right now.
Wow, some great tips there, Michael, that everyone can take away. And I think what you touched on with making meaningful and relevant programs that are not just self-serving but are there for everyone as individuals and as a community was super nice to hear. And I know a lot of people in the comments really liked that as well. So thank you, Michael. So we'll just jump to Steve very quickly as well, just to end up on the next question. But Steve, we'd love for you to share any quick tips on anyone that's looking to create their community as well.
Okay, thank you, James and Amy. Actually, why we have our own community is that we learn a lot from Wakelet community from UK. So the community present from you guys, team Wakelet from UK, we apply it to our community. So my advice to you who want to start creating a community in your country, we all have to start at some point. So don't wait until you are ready. Screw it, just do it. Just like Sir Richard Branson said. So try to get every support that you can from your fellow educators, from your Wakelet administrator. Try to connect with them, your school, your district education office, state education department, Ministry of Education, or even Wakelet team. Always on lookout for collaboration. And also, it is not easy. It is rather easy to start creating a teacher learning community, but it is not easy to maintain it. So you need to be passionate in what you are doing, and if possible, get a team to run the community. The best team that you have is the Wakelet ambassador team. So go and connect with them and start a community right away. So also give the educator a sense of belonging. So create something that they can call their own, like a digital sticker that reflect your country cultural, and also design a t-shirt. So we are going to get a new t-shirt design for our first anniversary Malaysian Wakelet community. So yeah, do wait for that. So maybe in the future we can exchange t-shirt between communities. Who knows? Thank you. That's all for my tips. Thank you, James and Amy.
That's awesome. I mean, yes, certainly. I love seeing all of the different t-shirts as well. Everyone loves some swag. So yes, we should definitely interchange them. And I love what you said about having that passion as well. It doesn't feel like you're working if you're passionate about it and you're supporting each other. So finding those passionate and supportive people in your communities is really important. So thank you so much for highlighting those and great tips there as well. So I really wanted to we've gone through sort of the tips and what inspired you to do so, but I think it's really important to understand like the why as well. So I'd love to know why and how important is the community to you with your teaching, learning, and just being there for each other as professionals. So I want to take this one over to Monica to start with.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you share my screen, please?
Yep, of course.
Thank you. All right, I will start already answering the question that Amy asked. I believe, and I'm sure that I'm not the only person who believes that community and being a part of community is absolutely crucial for professional, but not only professional, but also personal growth. And you can, of course, grow as an individual without the support of a community, but it will take much more time. It will be much more exhausting for you, I think, as a person. And community, as was said before also, serves as a great support system. And it is especially important, I think, now in those very dark and sometimes lonely times of the COVID-19 pandemic, when we are separated from each other, and when we saw that very dramatic shift to remote learning and teaching, and we had to stay in our homes and manage all the process by ourselves, is that this is when you actually recognize the strength of a community of people, like-minded people, who are always willing to see your back, will always be there for you, and who will want to see you grow. And I think that this is a very important thing. And is it possible, like, can I like move the screen? Is there anything I can do with the screen? I don't know. Probably yes. Wait a sec.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I think is about what matters in a community. In our Wakelet Polska Facebook group community, we offer one another support, and it's not from time to time. It is every day, day in, day out. We don't get people who don't get their questions answered, who will ask something and they will not get any kind of help or support. If we don't know the answer, then we will guide them where to look for the answer. These can be small things, these can be just technical issues, it doesn't matter. This can be ideas for creating collections, this can be ideas for using Wakelet. And I am still a member of many Facebook groups for teachers, and I've seen groups where teachers are ridiculed for asking a question which seems to be easy for others. I've never seen a situation like this happening in our group. Everyone is treated with respect. Everyone is like on their way, on their journey to grow, to develop, to learn new things as an individual, as an educator. We share resources. Actually, a few days ago, I started counting all the collections that our group members shared with others completely selflessly, not expecting anything in return. And I have come up to a few hundred collections just in a year. And these collections require hard work and a lot of time spent. You could just keep them for yourself and be selfish, but no, our community members want to share, and they get amazing response from other members, and they are embraced for what they do. They are celebrated, they are appreciated. What they do is appreciated. We don't criticize, we don't find mistakes in what other people do. We cherish what other people share and they want to bring to the table. There are collections that range from lesson plans to resource banks to project portfolios, anything and everything. We also, like the other communities around the world, we also give our time selflessly, not expecting anything in return. We organize webinars, we share our knowledge. We also invite our other community members to share their knowledge with others, our Wakelet ambassadors, to provide us and others with their expertise, with their knowledge, with their skills. We know we have different skills, we have got different skill sets, we are good at different things, but we recognize our strengths, our weaknesses. We also give a platform to other people to share the knowledge. We are not like me, Dorota, and Agnieszka, that we want to do everything ourselves and we will not invite anyone to do it with us. And I think, one of our community members and also a fellow Wakelet ambassador really expressed in a great way that we are like a living organism with more than 5,600 cells. And these all cells create one organism. We all the time change, we develop, we come and go. There are people who come and they share more, then they might have a difficult moment, and then there are others people coming. So that's what I think a community is. It's a living system and it's a support system which will help everyone to flourish, develop, grow, and be a better person, simply.
That's amazing, Monica. I mean, I think even that first where you shared the sharing is caring equals growth. I think that really resonates with everyone. We've just seen it in the comments. It's words to live by. We absolutely love it in the community. And yeah, I think that kind of sums that up really beautifully as well. So thank you so much. And I just wanted to bounce over to Ivana to ask the same. So how important is your community for your teaching, your learning, and that support as a professional?
Yeah, I was listening now, Monica, what she said, and I think myself, oh my gosh, she stole all my words. But I want to emphasize something more. They are not all the teachers who speak English. So with our country communities, it is important to help and support each other on a national language, because in that way we can all learn and grow. And this is because of that we all were doing on the translating Wakelet to our own national languages. And also, of course, teaching and learning, supporting each other, communication, inspiring each other, collecting resources and sharing it, sharing knowledge, ideas, all that is important to grow as a person, to grow as a professional. And I think that, like in all other areas, like when you like football, you go to some football club and you play football. So it is like with Wakelet also. We love Wakelet and we support each other, and we cherish everything that some of us do, even though we are only the members, leaders, ambassadors. So we are all here for each other, and that is the beauty of the communities. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely love that, Ivana. Yeah, so right with supporting and growing as a professional as well. Sharing those resources amongst your communities only helps you grow and be better professionally as well as personally. So yeah, that's wonderful. But yeah, it's been absolutely brilliant to hear from you all. It's been fantastic hearing the reasons why you set up the communities, hearing about all of the fantastic, the webinars and everything you put into it as well, and the tips for those of you who are watching and are thinking to join or be a part, or be a more prominent part maybe in your communities as well. We'd love to see that.
Yeah, and I like I said at the start, you will have picked at least one tip or trick from the amazing ambassadors here who all played a massive part in growing communities in their countries to thousands of people, as we've seen with the examples there. So take those tips. Please get started with those communities. Again, even if it's not about Wakelet, just starting a community about a certain topic that you are passionate about, as Steve said, is important. If it's with Wakelet, just know that the team are here to support you with that, with anything you do. Let us know, but start a community in your school, in your classroom, and even in your country if you wish. That's kind of the big one here that obviously the 4 countries have been talked about. So thank you all so much, Michael, Steve, Agnieszka, Dorota, Monica, Anita, Ivana. We really appreciate you joining to all talk about how you set up these communities in your countries and how successful they have been, not just for Wakelet, but for your growth and their growth as well. So thank you so much. And before we say goodbye, Michael, I believe you want to say a quick message before we jump off.
Okay, thank you, James. So this pandemic gave us a lot of heartbreaks, losses, and stress, both in work and in life. But because of Wakelet and its community, your exciting activities help us to move forward, and your appreciations relieve us. And to all our teachers who are watching right as now, this is the testament that our teachers, that our community and students needs us. We need to be strong, empathic, and compassionate as we prepare these generations to adapt and survive in this changing and challenging world. Together, let us unite as one and rise as one. God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you for ending with that, Michael.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you so much. There words to be inspired by. And again, to everyone here that's presented, obviously there's people, other ambassadors in the country that have been helping out as well. Huge shout out to all of them. If you start up a community in your school or in your country, a huge shout out to you as well. And for people attending, please give some love to the presenters. I know you have been all session. Let them know how much you enjoyed hearing their tips and tricks. and hopefully we'll see you start up your own communities as well. But to the speakers all here, thank you all so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. And we'll probably have a part 2 to this because there's a lot more we want to share, right?
Yeah.
So we'll probably do a part 2 to this in a few weeks' time. But everyone was brilliant. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you. And just before we end this session, again, that was absolutely incredible to hear all those tips there. We will be jumping into more sessions today, and I believe in the next 5-10 minutes we have an amazing mindfulness session, which I will drop into the chat right now, which you can go ahead and join. It's all about self-care, relaxing. What we need this school year, as Matthew said there, is to kind of be together, stick together, but also take time out for yourself as well. So in this mindfulness session, it'll be around 30 minutes long. You can learn how you can relax, take care of yourself in those stressful and trying times. But again, everyone, thank you so much. And I believe I speak on behalf of the Wakelet team, of everyone attending, everyone who's ever attended a webinar in the Polska group, Croatia, Philippines, or Malaysia. Anyone who's ever been in contact with you all are amazing people. And we are so grateful for having you in our community, and super appreciative that you've supported us in creating your own communities as well. So again, hopefully you learned just a little bit of how you can get started as well. Those amazing ambassadors will be back, I'm sure, to share even more tips. But for now, we'll carry on with the day. We've got amazing keynotes and sessions coming up, and we hopefully will see you there. Make sure to tweet #WakeletCommunityWeek with any quotes, any inspiration, ideas that you heard. And yeah, we'll see you all later. Thank you, everyone.
See you soon, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.